Yo, it's your boy Check It with Rex, man, back with another episode, you feel me? Happy 4th of July to everyone who's listening, man. What y'all got going on? What y'all got planned? Let me know in the comments, you feel me? I know people like to barbecue, hang out with family, have a good old time. I still celebrate this day. Even though my ancestors weren't free, I still celebrate it because of the sacrifices they made for me. They built the foundation of this country. They built the wealth and infrastructure of America and fought in every single war. This year marks 250 years of America gaining its independence, back in 1776. But see, black people weren't free until June 19th, 1865, 161 years later. Black people were fighting in a country, fighting in wars where they weren't even free. But I still consider this day a celebration as an American because I acknowledge the sacrifices my ancestors went through for me to strive today. They walked so I can run. They fought for a country they weren't even free in. And I think about how patriotic and heroic that is. So I deserve to also take part in this holiday because I am a foundational Black American. And since it's the 4th of July, let me throw something on the grill real fast. Give y'all some food for thought. Let me cook up with the burning question of the day. Burning question of the day, you feel me? The burning question of the day is, how do you all celebrate the 4th of July? How can we as a nation ensure that everyone, no matter race, religion, or gender, feels safe, loved, and at peace? How can we as a society become less divisive and more inclusive, ensuring that everyone has equal opportunities, feels community, love?
Now, this is the time where I give you as the audience, the chance to reflect, because this is a podcast of peace, interaction, and collectiveness, where we reflect and we don't deflect, and we inflate and we don't deflate, you feel me? So I'm going to give y'all that chance to reflect, and I'm going to let that music play.
So Dino family, let's continue to fuel this collective flame together. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you all celebrate 4th of July? And what are some ways we can come together more as a nation and become less divisive? So y'all know I like to put my 2 cents in the coin slot, the bank of collective reflection, where I give my story to the context of the question. This episode is going to be more of a history lesson, bringing back the Bank of Collective Reflection History Edition for the holiday. So July 4th, 1776, marked the date where the United States of America became an independent nation that was no longer under British control, and the Declaration of Independence was signed. This year marks 250 years of America gaining its independence. Now, as I mentioned earlier, foundational Black Americans partook in every single war. So for this episode, I really want to focus and hone in on the American Revolutionary War, because that is the war that led to the Declaration of Independence being signed and gave America its independence. I first want to talk about a Black man by the name of Crispus Attucks. Crispus Attucks was a sailor and a soldier in the American Revolutionary War, and he is known for being the first victim to pass after being shot by the British. Just to give you all a little bit of backstory, so there was a deadly conflict that arose on King Street in Boston, Massachusetts. This was known as the Boston Massacre, and this is what turned into what we know as the American Revolutionary War. Now, Crispus is well respected because he not only fought for our country, but he was the first to risk his life for a country where he wasn't even free. Another prominent figure in the Revolutionary War that I'd like to mention is James Armstead Lafayette. Now, let me tell you, James was a cold dude. He was like a secret agent on Kids Next Door or something. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that episode where they had an infiltrator and a mole pretending to be somebody on the Kids Next Door team, right? Operation Undercover was the episode. That's what type of timing James was on. He was a double agent for the Continental Army. He successfully infiltrated British enemy lines in their camps. He gained secret information on their troops and spread false information to the British that contributed to the victory at the Battle of Yorktown in the American Revolutionary War. And it's crazy because since he was a spy and not an enlisted soldier, they tried to deny his freedom. But his general, Marquis de Lafayette, emancipated him in 1787, and he took his last name to honor his general. Now I'd like to take the time to mention a man by the name of Salem Poor. Salem Poor was born in slavery in 1747, but bought his freedom on July 10th, 1769. Now let me tell y'all, nothing, and I mean nothing about this brother right here was poor. He was wealthy in spirit, strength, and perseverance. He was most known for his bravery and heroic patriotism in the Battle of Bunker Hill. He served in many battles in the American Revolutionary War, but he was most known for the Battle of Bunker Hill. Now, Salem Poor was officially recognized by 14 officers, including Colonel William Prescott, with a petition for him to be known and honored for his bravery. Now, I want to move on and talk about another brother who was handling business, the Honorable Colonel Ty. Now, Colonel Ty led a group of black freedom seekers called the Black Brigade, comprised of mostly black men, some Native American and Caucasian men. Now, before Colonel Ty, whose real name was Titus, fought in the American Revolutionary War for the British, Titus would escape slavery and join an Ethiopian regime in the British Army at 22. Now, this regime was all black, and their war cry chant was liberty to slaves. And even though most of them passed from battle, Titus survived and was recognized for his bravery. He was known as one of the most powerful leaders of guerrilla warfare in the American Revolutionary War. Colonel Ty was bad, and that Black Brigade, man, they was putting boots on the ground. And with that being said, their boots made a huge impact and mark, not only in American history, but on American soil. So when I think of the 4th of July, I think of my ancestors, who they were, their accomplishments, their goals, and their dreams. I honor their humanity and their strength and their bravery. Even though sometimes it could be stressful and tiresome, being black in America, this is still my home. My ancestors put blood, sweat, and tears into this land, so I have to be their wildest and most lucid dream. They are the match that sparked the golden flames within me to achieve my goals, speak peace and love through my podcast, be creative through my clothing brand Lucid Mix, and be innovative not only through my media, my films, and all my other passions. I want to encourage all my listeners to never give up, never stop dreaming. Imagine if my ancestors gave up, then y'all wouldn't be checking it with Rex right now. So no matter how it looks, keep striving, and like a 4th of July celebration, be a firework. Let your dreams be the spark that makes you shoot up and reach for the stars. And now for my favorite segment of the podcast, Lucid Madness. Y'all know how this goes. I need y'all to close your eyes as we embark on this journey of lucid madness together. Imagine, what if America was less divided as a country? Would our economy look different for the better? Would we as a society become more advanced technologically and economically? Would there be less mental health issues due to people becoming more inclusive and caring for others? How can we come together more as a nation? And lastly, what if foundational black Americans were given reparations to help repair what was lost from chattel slavery, Jim Crow, and civil rights? Would that fix some of the division we see in this country today? These are the burning questions that need answers.
Oh yeah, it's time for my newest segment of the podcast, Cash in the Check. This is the segment where we take the coins of knowledge we gathered from the episode and we cash them in and we play a game, Cash in the Check.
Question number 1. What was the name of the girl that helped stitch the American flag? A. Phyllis Wheatley. B. Ruby Bridges. C. Elizabeth Freeman. Or D. Grace Wisher. Question number 2. Which woman became the first black American author to publish a book? A. Phyllis Wheatley. B. Grace Wisher. C. Maya Angelou. Or D. Jupiter Hamden. Question number 3. How many black soldiers participated in the American Revolutionary War? A. 20 to 30,000. B. 10 to 15,000. C. 5 to 10,000. Or D. 1,000 to 2,000. Question number 4. Who was the first black man to earn a Medal of Honor? A. Sergeant William H. Carney. B. Salem Poor. C. Crispus Attucks. Or D. Peter Salem. Question number 5. Who served as a double agent for the American Revolutionary War? A. James Lafayette. B. Salem Poor. C. Crispus Attucks. Or D. Colonel Ty. Question number 6. Who was known for firing the final shot that took out British Marine Major John Pitcairn? A. Salem Poor. B. Peter Salem. C. Prince Hall. Or D. Colonel Ty. Question number 7. Who was known for being the most powerful guerrilla warfare leader in the war and led a band of black loyalists known as the Black Brigade? A. Peter Salem. B. Prince Hall. C. Colonel Ty. Or D. Crispus Attucks. And for the final question, question number 8. Which woman sued for their freedom and won in the state of Massachusetts in 1781? A. Phyllis Wheaton. B. Elizabeth Freeman. C. Lucy Terry Prince. Or D. Grace Swisher.
So how y'all think y'all did? Let me know in the comments down below. And now to close the curtains on yet another great episode of Check It with Rex with the final act, the last segment of the podcast, Concrete Thinking. This is where we recap and discuss what we've learned from the episode. So I've given you all the materials to make concrete, to be concrete in our thinking. I've given you the water, the sand, the gravel. And so now we're going to take these materials, mix them together, and now we've become concrete in our thinking from what we've learned throughout the episode.
So check it. In this episode, we discussed the history of the 4th of July and talked about key historical figures that played huge roles in the American Revolutionary War. Now I want you all to remember this. Remember to be lucid in your thinking. Make a declaration to yourself to always be innovative and to continue to be an independent thinker that creates and builds their own pathway and remain their true selves without following the crowd. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Check It with Rex. I got a lot more coming soon. I'm streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a review on the podcast for your boy. And until we reflect again, stay motivated, stay inspired, stay blessed, and stay healthy. And I'll catch y'all next time.